Yes, yes, great. People, we are moving on to next chapter, which is called as AMT, which is called as AMT. We are looking at alternate minimum tax. We are looking at alternate minimum tax. Yes, people, you can close your books, it's fine. This is gonna be an easy chapter. Yes, this is gonna be an easy chapter. Yes, I'm gonna talk reality of life. I'm gonna discuss you and your parents. Yes, very simple life, people. Yes, very simple life. You have always worked with your parents. You've always worked with your parents, and parents always have one thing with you, which is called expectations. Yes, reality of life. Yes. Now we are going to discuss on same terms, people. We are going to discuss on same terms. You are going to be doing something. Parents are going to be expecting something. Yes. You have to bridge the gap. You have to bridge the gap. That bridging gap is called AMT. The bridging gap is called AMT. The only difference here is parent here is government. Parent here is government. Yes. Yes. Basically, what is happening, people, is that you are in year one. You are in year one. Yes, you have computed your income and everything, and you have computed some tax. You have computed some tax. For the sake of understanding, I'm going to call it normal tax. I am going to call it normal tax. It so happened, people, that you have started doing business, life sab achhi chal rahi hai, you are doing some income and all, you have made some income, and therefore you're ready to pay some tax. Assuming hypothetically 100. People, every time Rahul says 100, he means, understand? Yes, so you have decided and you have told your parents saying, Mummy, I am making 100 crores ka tax payment. I am making 100 crores ka tax payment. Your mummy comes and says, wo sab theek hai beta, but I was expecting 500 crores. I was expecting 500 crores. So, mera expectation, you could have done better. Yes, you are never satisfied, right? So, you could have done better, so you wanted him to pay 500 crores. Now, unfortunately, people, mummy can only expect and let it go. But when it comes to India government, when India government expects, they want also. They want also. So that wanting, people, that expectation is called AMT. MT means minimum tax. So government is expecting some number. Government is expecting some number. You are ready to give some number. That is what is happening, people. Yes or no? Yes. So I am in year one, people. I am ready to pay government 100 crores. Government comes and says, beta, I want 300 crores. I want 300 crores. So you went to government and said, no, sir, I only pay 100 crores. Government said, I want. Yeah. You have to pay. Yeah. So you ended up paying 300 crores. You ended up paying 300 crores. Now you are not happy, but बाप ने बोल दिया मतलब करना पड़ेगा types. Yes, yes. So you let go. You paid 300 crores. You are in year number 2. You are in year number 2. Now you are also passionate. So you want to do better. So you start putting more efforts, getting more income, thereby paying more. You ended up saying, I will now pay 250 crores. I will now pay 250 crores. Government came and said, beta, when you were 100, I was expecting. You are now at, I am expecting 450. I am expecting 450. People, there is no logic. Koi proportion nahi. I'm just giving examples. So year number 2, people, it so happened that government has now told he wants 450. You said you will give only. Government said, pay 450 beta. Yes, Su. Yes, Su. Yes. Crores, all crores only. Yes, people, 450 crores and all is small number. हाँ तो तुम तुम्हारे जेब से थोड़ी ना दे रही हो. You are a CM, you are never going to pay. You are going to make people pay. It's classic feminist dialogue. Yes, ये नंबर 3. तो ज़्यादा ही सच हो गया. Yes, year number 3, people. Year number 3. See, now at a certain stage, you are also fed up. Okay, so you really want to try hard. You really went out of the way. And really did a good effort. And you have come to a point where you are now ready to pay huge numbers. So you came to a point, people, where you are now ready to pay 1,000 crores. Now see, people, at a certain stage, you also have to realize, as long as you're a kid to your family, they have expectations. When you start becoming independent. When you start becoming independent, expectations fall. Now they don't want more from you. Then they only want one thing. Beta time dega to bahut hai. Yes or no? When you have all the time in the world, they want money. When you have all the money in the world, they want time. Happiness is never there. Right? Point is, people, you are in year number 3. 1,000 crores is what you are ready to pay. At this point of time, people internally, government had a thought, I was actually expecting only 850 crores. I was only expecting 850 crores. Now you are ready to pay 1,000. Government is expecting. Government will say, यहाँ क्या लिखा है? You will say the same question. You will ask the same question. You will go to government and come and say something is written here, is it? Yes or no? When I was ready to pay, you were expecting more. Now I am giving more, you are expecting more. It doesn't work both the ways. It doesn't work both the ways. People, at the end of the day, I have already paid you extra in the past. Give me refund. Yeah, correct. No. Give me people at the end of the day, I was only about to pay 100. I was only about to pay 250. You bloody asked me extra money. So I have already achieved your expectation, which means I have paid you more than what I was supposed to pay. Now when I am ready to pay more, I want my money back. I want, correct. People, how much extra did I pay? I paid extra 400 crores. If I ask refund, if I will now have to pay 600. I will now have to pay. Now if you go to department and come and say, sir, I will only pay 600. Government will say, beta, then I expected at least, correct, no, at least you have to pay. So which means I will then agree with him and I'll say I'll pay 850. But I will tell him, sir, understand, I have extra paid you 400. You only gave me refund for 150. Balance, hold it back. I want refund. I am in year 4. I am continuing doing my good job. Yes, therefore I am ready to pay 1,200. I am ready to pay 1,200. Government is expecting 900 rupees, 900 crores. Government is expecting 900 crores. Government said, beta, good, pay 1,000. I am like, sir, first refund my money of which is 950. Now people, you are going to government and saying, I will pay 950. Government is saying, I wanted. Government will say, pay. वो तो पक्का ही है. Government will say, pay. Correct, not correct. So government asked you to pay 950. Government asked you to pay 950. You are in year number 5. You are in year number 5. You are now making 1,600. Government is asking you to pay 1,400. Now you go to government and come and say, sir, I am ready to pay 1,600. Government says, pay 1,400. Government will say, now pay. Now I don't have any refunds, which means no option but to pay 1,600. People, question to you, at any point of time from year 4 and year 5, have you paid anything extra? You have only paid what you were supposed to pay. Can you go to department and come and say, sir, give me refund of my money back? No. I told you, people, when it comes to income tax, it's only, there is no, only to the extent of your tax. Only to the extent of your tax. When you are itself declaring 100 to 50,000, 2,200 and 1,500, can you come and ask department for refund on that? No. You can only ask refund for the extra payments. For the, correct, no. People, imagine if something goes wrong, year number 6, done a bad job, life has gone bad, you're again dropped down to 600. You're again dropped down to 600. Government comes and says, beta, I was expecting 1,600 this year. You pay 1,000 because you have not matched government expectation. So government will say again pay 1,600. Now I will stand up and come and say, sir, I am paying you 1,600 with the promise that you will refund 1,000 in the future, provided I am ready to pay more than what you expect. More than, correct, no. People, if you understand carefully, people, in year number 1, I paid extra. Year 2, I paid extra. Totally, I paid extra. Which means this now becomes 400 cumulative basis. Now, extra 400 cumulative basis. Year number 3, people, I was ready to pay more. Government wanted less. So I am now asking for refund because I should not pay my more. Because I already paid that more previous years. How much more have I paid? 400 I have paid more. If I reduce that 400, my refund will come to 600. But government wants, which means I have to pay 850, no doubts. which means I technically got a refund of only 150, which means my refund of 150 will make my cumulative balance. Now I have extra payment to government of 250. I am in the next year. Government is expecting 900. You want to pay, which means you will pay extra 300, but you only have paid extra 250, which means no options but to pay 950. No options but to pay 950. Because you paid 950, you got a refund back of your 250, which means you have not paid anything extra. You have not paid anything extra. At any point of time, can you now claim the refunds? No. Which means here whatever you pay is no refund. But next year again, what has happened? You have paid extra, which again will get carry forwarded. Which again will get carry forwarded. In the year, it will get set off when you are paying more than what government is expecting. You are paying more than what the government is expecting. But at any point of time, don't claim so much refund that you end up paying less than what government expects. Less than what government expects. Agreed, not agreed? Agreed, not agreed? This is your concept called as AMT credit. This is your concept called as AMT credit, where income tax is basically coming and saying at any stage if you end up paying tax more than what government expects, which is nothing but AMT. So basically income tax is saying in any year if you pay AMT, over your normal tax, whatever extra you paid will be called as AMT credit, which can be set off in the year in which normal tax is more than AMT, but the set off at any appropriate stage cannot exceed AMT. Yes or no? Yes. People, this is one logic which most of the people don't understand, because it's given in very difficult English in books. It comes and says where the tax payable under AMT exceeds the tax payable under normal provisions, the difference of tax payable under AMT versus normal provisions will be considered as AMT credit. It can be set off in the year in which the tax payable under normal provision exceeds tax payable under AMT, but only to so much extent that that difference between the both does not exceed the AMT credit. When you work with expectations, things will get achieved. English is not important, logic is more clear. Yes or no? Yes. Now the question then comes is, Rahul, whatever extra tax you're paying, what happens, people, if year 1 you paid extra tax, year 2 also you paid extra tax, year 3 also you paid extra tax, 20 years you're paying the same extra only. 20 years also you're paying extra, meaning every year government is expecting more than what you want to pay. Till how many years will government keep waiting for your refund? Yes or no? Government will have a cutoff. Government came and said whatever you have in year 1 can be maximum carry forward for 15 assessment years. Can be carried forward for 15 assessment years, meaning year 1 ka refund within the next you have to claim. If you don't claim, government will keep the money forever. There is no loss here, people. This is a tax. Until now I was talking about incomes. This is the tax itself, meaning what you paid is the permanently gone, will be assumed as government fund. No refunds for you after 15 years. But understand, people, it's 15 years from year 1. So year 2 ka next 15 years, year 3 ka next 15 years, and go on and go forth. This is what is your AMT credit. Agreed, not agreed? Yes. Now people, what is this normal tax? This normal tax is nothing but your ATR. The tax which you compute under alternate tax regime, meaning all the efforts we spent in the last 45 days. What number you get is what is ATR. I now have to tell you what is AMT. Yes, AMT is nothing but alternate minimum tax, where income tax is coming and saying I will now give you a tax which you have to minimum pay. If you're paying more than this, super. If you're paying less than this, I will consider AMT as your tax, but whatever extra you pay you can claim as AMT credit, which can be set off in the years in which your normal is higher over next. That is what the logic is. Yes, so people, if I have to give you what is AMT, AMT is nothing but tax. People, how do you compute tax? You need 2 things to compute tax. That's all. You need 2 things to compute tax: income and tax rate. In income tax, people, AMT income is called adjusted total income. adjusted total income, and tax is 18.5% flat number. 18.5% flat number. So income tax says I will assume a number which is an income, 18.5% of that is the minimum you have to pay to me, but this 18.5% is the base rate, meaning plus surcharge plus cess, all to be taken. They all have to be considered, which means 18.5 plus jo bhi applicable surcharge plus applicable cess, that is what you have to pay to me as AMT tax. Yes. Now comes the big question, people. What is this ATI? Adjusted total income. People, the background of AMT is as follows. Issue what happened is, when Congress party came into picture, they started coming and saying we'll give you big deductions, big expenses, big claims and everything, so that everyone will vote for them. So they started giving huge deductions in India. कि ये ले लो, वो ले लो, ये कर लो, वो कर लो. Problem क्या हुआ? People started claiming deductions. Income came down. Tax, government's tax came down. So government's revenue. So government, Congress does not have money now. At a certain point of time, Mr. Chidambaram, our previous finance minister, stood up and came and said, boss, something is fundamentally wrong. The benefits I gave is now causing problems to me itself. So therefore, I am now proposing to introduce something called AMT, where I will come and tell you one small thing. Whatever that huge benefits I gave you, I will take them back. As if it was never there. So that you now have an increased income. On that increased income, you compute 18.5%. This is my expectations from you. Correct, not correct? So I am coming and telling this once again, people. Income tax said you compute your income on which you will do normal slabs. But that same income, if you have claimed some huge deductions because of which you are paying lower tax, please reverse those deductions and then compute tax at 18.5 and then tell me which one is higher. Correct, not correct? Yes or no? Yes. This now brings the big question. You have to jog your memory and now come and tell me what are those huge that you have been claiming. First, very good. You have 80 JJA. 80? How is that a big deduction? People, jitna pay karo utna mil bhi raha hai na. You are only paying, there is no deduction. 75,000 mein kya bada number? People, I'm talking about huge deductions which will cause government losses. Jisme? I'm clarifying this once again. Deductions which is causing government problem. If you are going to pay from your pocket and get a deduction, there is no benefit there. I'm talking about cases where you're not even putting efforts and you're getting huge deductions. Very good. I have QQB, RRB, which is nothing but basically next. Abhi pade raha. 100% of the profit of the unit I'm exempting for you. Correct. People, one more. Not read recently. Very long back. बोल रहा हूँ ना. Chapter PGBP. 35 also you are paying and getting, no? Very good. You have businesses which income tax say they because people, the moment I said I like the business, I am giving 100% capital expense today itself. I am giving 100% people, what you pay 20 crores as capital expenditure which you should have claimed over the years, now you are claiming one shot. You are claiming you will have profits or losses. Huge loss you will have because of this. Yes or no? Yes. Income tax said remove this also. But then I complained. I complained saying, sir, why are you removing 35 AD? Because it's a capital expenditure. If you delete it, if you are technically telling me this is not like a business, and if it is not like a business, I'm still eligible for. So I should at least get. Correct? No. People understand if it was like a business, you gave 100% deduction. If it was not like a business, you said depreciation. You are now confirming it is not like a business. So give me. So they said, okay, great, go claim on 35 AD assets. On 35 AD assets. Correct? Yes. Income tax said do one thing, people. Go take your total income. Add back heading C. Add back 10 AA. Add back likey business ka capex. Likey business ka capex. Go claim depreciation on your likey business. You will end up with something called as ATI. You'll end up with something called as ATI. On this ATI, take plus this is government expectations. This is government expectations. You already have total income. So on that total income, you compute AMT tax, ATR tax. You compute ATR tax. Now you have your money. You have government expectation, whichever is higher. Whichever is higher. क्या रिबेट 5 लाख आएगा इसमें तेरे को सोच के देख 10 AA डिडक्शन लेने के बाद तेरे को 5 लाख मिलेगा कभी नहीं आएगा yes this is what you will have to do this is what you'll have to do whichever is higher if AMT ends up becoming higher then AMT will be paid and whatever extra you paid will become AMT to be carried forward for to be set off in the year in which normal is higher than AMT, but only to the extent that you ensure AMT is paid off. AMT is paid off. Correct. People, while this is not relevant, it's not going to be tested in exam. ICI, like I came and confirmed to you. Sorry, income tax came and confirmed. If the entity is in IFSC, International Financial Services Center, only one in India, which is GIFT City. If you are in IFSC, people, AMT becomes 9%. AMT becomes 9%. Huh? Okay, let me put it this way. Again, IFSC is also going to be doing export services. But if they do domestic services? क्या मैं उनके साथ करूँ तो exempt है वो मेरे साथ करे थोड़ी ना exempt है I should make revenue from them that is exempt they making revenue from me IFSC is established for what exports तो अगर वो DTA clearance करेंगे तो मैं दूंगा नहीं दूंगा yes for them it is 9% people for them it is 9% they said again it's final level syllabus it's not going to be tested for you but तुम्हारे book में इसलिए मैं दिखा रहा हूँ yes not going to be tested don't worry about it also point is you have to just take your total income add back 3 items claim 1 item get your ATI multiply by 18.5% you'll get the answer that is what is your AMT tax which will be compared with your normal tax whichever is higher that becomes your final tax payable to be claimed in the next 15 years to be set off in the year in which your normal is higher than AMT clear scientific research is again something which you pay and get back no साइंटिफिक रिसर्च में प्रॉब्लम क्या है रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंस तो क्लेम करो 100% 35 में कैपेक्स तुम क्लेम करो 100% करेक्ट बट दैट यू शुड हैव बीन अलाउड ओवर द इयर्स नो yes scientific research also has 100% of capex that's true but then problem with scientific research is it's never considered as a part of the business entity it's a different unit itself which are operating so therefore it's still fine this is a business which ideally should have done normal operations but I'm specifically giving you क्या carry forward? Huh? And we're going to do example. Yes? Any doubts on this? Clear enough to go? Sure. This is the chapter, people. वही चाहिए ना तुम लोग को हाँ बहुत है अभी करने के लिए, तेरे को लग रहा है जल्दी? सी पीपल, दीज आर ऑल पार्ट ऑफ ए सिंगल चैप्टर इन आईसीआई स्टडी मटेरियल, आई हैव जस्ट स्प्लिटेड इट ओवर, सो वो लग रहा है तुम लोगों को कि जल्दी जल्दी हो रहा है. We have payment of tax, return filings. आगे ले क्या? 4 पेज है उसमें, 4 पेज है उसमें, उसमें टाइम लगे, पढ़ ले, 4 पेज है उसमें. मैं किया हूँ, मेरे को नहीं पता क्या. हाँ तो ठीक है ना, वो 3 पेज में 2 दिन लगेंगे. How many chapters I have pending actually? Even I don't know. What is alternative? अच्छा ये. People, I have payment of tax, return filing, default tax regime, TDS, comprehensive questions. Comprehensive questions will take 4 classes. हफ्ते में 1 क्लास मिल रही है, 4 क्लासेस सोच ले, महीना भर और चलेगा. हाँ 5 घंटे एक ही बार मिल. अरे ठीक है यार, इट्स इजियर टू कंप्लीट द क्लास एंड देन टू टाइम पास विद यू. क्लास के बीच में बहुत मुश्किल होती है, फिर वो सुन लेते हैं. कंप्लीट होने के बाद कैसे करूं मैं यही हूँ, मैं कहाँ जाऊंगा, यही जाऊंगा मैं. बोर मारा तो नया सब्जेक्ट ले लूंगा और क्या. तेरा चलेगा? हाँ, चलेगा. उसको नहीं चलेगा. मैंने तो बोला था. I hate that subject. माँ आईडीटी में और चैप्टर्स भी होते हैं, जीएसटी के अलावा बहुत कुछ आईडीटी में. 2 चैप्टर मेरी बेसिक्स में पढ़ाया था क्या होता है. पीपल अदर आईडीटी टॉपिक्स, कस्टम्स, देन बीएटी एबॉलिश हो गया, ऑक्ट्रा सब बहुत पहले एबॉलिश हो गया. एक्साइज आल्सो इज एबॉलिश अनलेस यू आर सेलिंग अल्कोहल. You have FTP, foreign trade policies, final level. Okay, help me with this, people. Yes, we're going to do same logic, people. We're going to do same logic. Notice carefully, I'm saying tax payable under normal, tax payable under AMT. Basically, normal is what you will pay. AMT is what government expects. You're going to tell me what to pay, how much to carry forward. What to pay, how much to carry forward. Case number 1, people, I'm in year number 1. My tax payable under normal is 2 lakhs. Government is asking 1,75,000. Government says pay 2 lakhs. People, I have paid what? More. I have paid what I should pay, or I am paying what government wants? I should pay. Is there any credit to carry forward? No credits to carry forward. Ignore it off. Ignore it off. Correct? Yes. Second year, people, I am ready to pay 3,50,000. Government wants 4,35,000. Government will say pay 4,35,000. I have now paid 85 extra. I will, for a period of 15 assessment years, as AMT credit, as AMT credit. Year number 3, people, I have normal tax of 4,47,000. I have AMT tax of 5,28,000. Government says pay. I have paid extra 81,000, totaling to 1,66,000. Totaling to 1,66,000. Correct? Yes. Year number 4, people, read from your books. It's 5,11,000 something. It is 5,11,000. Government wanted 3,56,000. People, you were ready to pay 5,11,000. Government wanted 3,56,000. You will say, government, I will pay 5,11,000, but with the refund of what I have extra. But with the refund of what I have extra. So 5,11,000 minus 1,66,000. No. Ma, 5,11,000 you have to pay. You have extra payment of past 1,66,000. So you technically now have to pay. 5 में से 1 minus करेगा तो 3 कैसे 1 कैसे आएगा? You tell me how much you were ready to pay. 345 you were ready to pay. You were ready to pay 345. Now you are telling government I will pay 345, but government wants 3, which means you have to pay, which means you have to pay 356. You have now only claimed a refund, not to the extent of 11,000. You have now not claimed a refund to the extent of 11,000, which is what you will now carry forward. Correct? Not correct? Yes. Keep on those lines, people. Don't confuse yourself too much. In simple words, yes, 1,66,000. May say 11,000 is what I'm not claiming off. 1,55,000 I'm setting off. 1,55,000 I'm setting off, but technically I'm eligible to carry forward 11,000 rupees. That is what the idea would be. Yes. Now you have 11,000 of extra payment. You're in year number 5. You're in year number 5. In year number 5, you are ready to pay 5,78,000. Government wants 5,35,000. So you will say, sir, I'm ready to pay 5,78,000 after you give me a refund of which becomes 5 lakh. Now you are telling government you will pay 5,67,000. Government wants 5 lakh. Government will say pay 567, which means now you have set off all your excess refunds. Nothing left. Nothing left. From here everything becomes normal. From here everything becomes normal. I'm in year number 6. You are ready to pay 6,12,000. Government wants. Government will say pay 6 lakhs. You have any? No refunds, which means this becomes the final payable of 6,12,000. People, you have paid as per your wish. You have not paid anything extra, anything to be carried forward. No carry forwards from here. No carry forwards from here. This is how your AMT credit and set off operates. Yes, exactly above the table, people, you have a big para which comes and tells you what is AMT credit, how to set off, and all that English is given. Please ignore the whole thing. Please ignore the whole thing. The table will help you understand it better. The table will help you understand it better. The only thing to be kept in mind, people, is that whatever you see in the table, whatever credits you have, you can carry forward for 15 assessment years. So that line alone you need from the top. That line alone you need from the top. Everything else can be understood from the example itself. Correct? Yes. Come to the left side, people. Come to the previous page. The previous page will now come and tell you how to compute AMT tax. Exactly in the middle. Exactly in the middle it comes and says AMT tax payable is 18.5% of adjusted total income or actual tax payable, whichever is higher. Adjusted total income is given in the next line, which says adjusted total income means take the total income, add deductions of 10AA. Heading C, which in your book is AT, JJA, QQB, RRB. 3 items you will add back. Claim depreciation on the 35 AD assets, disallow the capital expenditure on 35 AD assets, you will get your adjusted total income. That becomes your adjusted total income for the purpose of computing AMT tax at the rate of 18.5%. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes. Now couple of things to be kept in mind, people. Couple of things to be kept in mind. One is that let's assume a case where Rahul is already Garib. Or let's say Rahul is earning 7 lakh rupees. Rahul is earning 7 lakh rupees. Now for those who understand, people, my slabs for the first 5 lakhs it will be 2.5 may 0, 5 pay 5%. Next to 2 lakhs will be 20%. If I effectively count also, people, effective percentage of tax may be 10% or let's say 3%. Let's say 3%. Ask yourself a simple question. When my income is already 7 lakhs, if I go here, government is asking 18.5%. Does it make sense? People, this would only make sense when problem is happening because you claimed these items. People, if you never claim these items, you genuinely were having that income only. There is no loss to the government because of you. Which means government is only going to make a loss because of you when you claim these 3 deductions. Which means basically this whole chapter only applies when you claim any of the 3 deductions. Claim any of the 3 deductions. People, in exam, I will tell you to compute AMT. You will have to do it yourself when you see a question having any of these 3 deductions. Which means this whole chapter is a hidden adjustment. This whole chapter will apply when you claim any of the 3 deductions, either chapter 6A heading C, 10AA or your 35 AD. Any of these 3 deductions happening, people, if the question comes and asks you only income, then you are safe because income will be as per normal. But if the question at any point of time says compute tax, you are now stuck. You are now stuck because you will have to do normal, compute the tax on the normal, then check for AMT, and then check whichever is higher, and then check whichever is higher. That becomes your final tax payable. That becomes your final tax payable. Yes or no? Yes or no? So you have to pay attention to this fact, people, that this whole chapter only applies when you any of the three claims. Second, people, because you're doing individuals, income tax put a second condition. Income tax set for an individual. Rules are two. You should either have any of these three. And your adjusted total income. Adjusted meaning after adding all these things should exceed 20 lakh rupees. If it is less than 20 lakh rupees, people, it doesn't make sense. Because 18.5% of that number will anyway be useless. Government तुमसे मांग के भी क्या कर लेगा? Yes, government will not get a big revenue out of you, so therefore government does not care. So government said, boss, this will only apply in case of individuals when two conditions are satisfied. Condition number 1, you should claim any of the three. Condition number 2, after reducing all these things, you should have an ATI more than 20 lakh rupees. That is what you will see on the start of the page. The start of the page will say applicability. Applicability only applies when any of the three has claimed and your ATI is more than 20 lakh rupees. Are you clear? Any doubts on this? Sure enough. I will discuss that with you when we do default tax regime. Yes. When we do default tax regime, you will realize the default tax regime AMT apply nahi hota hai, so you are safe. 80 JJA खाली है. That is only one claim which is allowed to you. So, people, सब analysis कर रखा है. सब analysis कर. People, any doubts here? No. 2 questions I'm going to ask. Let's see how smart you are. Yes. Question number 1. You have told me that you have to take a normal. Make some adjustments and arrive at adjusted total income. Now I'm giving you a normal income, people. I have a normal income of PGBP. Let's say 8 lakhs. मतलब कौन मर गया? मर जाना. चुप रहे. You have a PGBP of 8 lakhs. I also have an LTCG under section 112 of let's say 10 lakhs. And then I have claimed some 10 AA and everything, people. Yes, let's say assume hypothetically in this it is showing 18 lakhs because I claimed some 10 AA. Of let's say another 15 lakhs. Which means if you look at my ATI, my ATI is 33 lakhs. Correct. My ATI is 33 lakhs, whereas my normal is 18 lakhs. Now you are going to compare tax of both. So you need to compute tax on normal. For those who understand, people, because I'm computing normal, 8 lakhs will be taxed at, whereas 112 will be taxed at, correct? It will be taxed at 12.5%. Now the question is, I am going to tax 33 lakhs for AMT purpose. When I do for AMT purpose, do I have to split the 33 lakhs into? No. Should I come and say 33 lakhs comprises of LTCG of 10 lakhs? So 10 lakhs will be taxed at 12.5, balance will be taxed at 18.5. That's what logically makes sense, no? People, that was already determined as a special income. So special income should be taxed at that rate only. No, suddenly you come and say I want 18.5, no? 18.5. This has been clarified in the section saying that when it comes to AMT income, the whole income will be taxed at 18.5%, ignoring whether you have any specials or normals. The specials and normals are only for the purpose of ATR and DTR. Not for AMT. So under AMT, people, it doesn't matter what your income is. Take the full income, directly do 18.5%, which is now a good thing if you notice, because in your normal, if you had winnings, you would have taxed winnings at, whereas here you will tax it at. Yes, while technically this is only a estimation which is going to be refunded to you in the future, so it doesn't matter, but sometimes your winnings can be a big help for you to not go into AMT. Do not go into AMT. So that can also be a benefit to you people. The point is, rule number 1, when it comes to AMT, do not tax any special incomes at special rates. Special incomes will also be taxed at 18.5%. That is one thing to be kept in mind. While now it makes more sense, when you write it in exams, you'll get confused. Because ATR may you'll do specials. Suddenly AMT karte samay bhi you'll feel like, split karke we'll do. No. Your specials under AMT will also be at 18.5. I don't know if I've noted it down anywhere in the book, people. If I have not, then you note it down. Check if it's there in the book anywhere. Sub pe. No, this 8 lakhs is after claiming 10 AA. Meaning, technically the 8 lakhs would have been 18 lakhs. Have I put it anywhere, people? Missed it? Yeah. You can make a note here. 18.5% of ATI there, right? Yes. You can make a mention here after ATI. %18.5% will apply on all incomes in ATI. On all incomes in ATI, whether they are special or normal. Whether they are special or normal. Clear? Yes, 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 yes. Question number 2. Question number 2. This one will need a little bit of an attention. Notice this carefully. It so happened, people, that what happened is I was finalizing my income statement. It so happened, the people, that my normal income after claiming all deductions and everything is showing 32 lakhs. Is showing 32 lakhs. Yes or no? On this, I am computing tax under ATR, assuming no special incomes. My slab for the first 10 lakhs, 1,12,500. Balance 6 lakh. I know मोक्षा, वो एक पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम के बाद लगता है कि क्या चल रहा है जिंदगी में. प्लस सेस 8 lakh. 8 lakh. This happened, people. This happened. This is my ATR. Now this is what I was ready to pay. But so happened, people, that because government is expecting something, government said whatever claims you made, you reverse it off. So what happened is I now started reversing my claims. So I took my total income, which is 32 lakhs. I reversed off my claims. The first claim I had made is something called 10 AA. Which came to 20 lakhs. And then I claimed 80 JJA. Of another 20 lakhs. Making my income as 72 lakhs. Now I need to compute what my AMT is. Where AMT is at the rate of giving me 32,000. Next. Plus because क्या more than 50 lakhs? क्यों? तो वही तो मैं पूछ रहा हूँ. But at the same time, you're also thinking about the fact that deduction has caused you to not have surcharge. No, had deduction not been there, you would have paid surcharge. हाँ क्या? come again. Okay. Why did I say not adjusted rolling? People surcharge. Sure. What if I change this question and I make it 1 crore 32 lakhs and then this becomes 3 crore 32 lakhs? क्यों नहीं? 2 करोड़ ले ले, deduction क्या दिक्कत है? You make this deduction as 20 lakhs and this becomes 1 crore 80 lakhs. कर ले जा. अरे ठीक कह रहे, ठीक कह रहे, ठीक कह रहे, ठीक कह रहे. Now tell me, surcharge at the rate of. So even though your ATI is showing 3 crores, you will do only 15. You didn't understand the question. हाँ, but you don't know what the answer is. Logically क्या है? दिल क्या बोल रहा है? आना तो चाहिए. 10-15% आएगा, 25% आएगा. Okay, I'm going back to my previous question, people. That is easier to understand. Going back to my previous question. So my normal is showing 32 lakhs. This is showing 20 lakhs, and therefore 72 lakhs. Therefore 72 lakhs. Surcharge will. Agreed, everyone? ஏமா சிரிச்சா மட்டும் பிரச்சனையா? ஏன் வரோம் சொல்லு, எதுக்கு வரோம் சொல்லு. ஓடாரு. Problem with you people, you still not become CS. Problem with people, you may say nahi aayega, but the moment you say nahi aayega, department is losing money. And department will say, हाँ बेटा चलेगा नहीं आएगा. What is wrong with you people? It so happened people that like you smart CS 10 years ago when this law was being introduced, they said surcharge is only applicable on which is less than 50 lakhs and therefore surcharge will not apply. But the problem is people, when you fill that income tax return does what? It computes surcharge based on that income which is showing on the top, which automatically computes surcharge then. And therefore what happened? People started manually changing surcharge and making it zero. Tomorrow what happened? Department sent a notice. When I am saying it will come, why are you saying it will not come? They said, sir, because you are not reading the law properly. The law says this is not, this is. So we went to court and we said, dear court, this will not come. Court said not come. We went and cried before Nirmala ma'am, and we said, ma'am, tax less coming, help. What? Nirmala ma'am comes and says, जब मैं एकदम मूड में लिखने के लिए तब वही प्रॉब्लम होती. Nirmala ma'am came and said, it is hereby now declared that when an assessee is liable to pay tax under AMT, ATI will be deemed to be TI. Yes. So it was then confirmed that ATI will be deemed as TI. The moment you deemed ATI as TI, now ATI is shown as TI and TI is showing 72 lakhs, which means surcharge becomes 10% and applicable on the case. 10% applicable on the case. Now, one thing you need to understand, people, is that even if you pay more 10%, it's anyway at the end of the day refund money to you, because you're going to get it back in the future. So whether you pay surcharge or don't pay surcharge, it's not a problem from cash flow perspective, but it's going to have a timing difference. So you'll have a working capital blockage. You'll have a working capital blockage, but at the end of the day, it's just a timing difference. It's a timing difference. So going and fighting for these things may make no sense. But what you said is perfectly valid. Unfortunately, it got notified. So what you decided and thought about, great. Doesn't matter. Right? Yes. So what you need to understand, people, very carefully is that in an exam, if you get a question where they ask you a total income and a AMT income, and an AMT income, if the total income ends up having an income less than 50 lakhs, you will not apply surcharge, but on the AMT piece, you will apply surcharge and then compare both, whichever is higher, but don't worry, whatever extra surcharge you paid will also be given back to you as credit in the future years. That is what will happen. Any doubts on this? Are we good enough to go? Yes, great.